Welcome to the You Innovate channel. In this episode, we compare charlatans and scientists. Brought to you by Innovation Accelerator, bringing science to the art of innovation at innovationaccelerator.com, with your host, Dr. Tony McCaffrey. The doctor is in. The doctor is innovating. Now, a charlatan is someone who's a good salesperson and they claim to have a great idea and a great product. But if you look closely, you might see that the product might not be worth much. It might be snake oil, even if it comes in a fancy packaging. Well, let's look at the case of brainstorming. It's been around since 1953, and I'm sure we've all tried it, where you generate as many ideas as possible in a group, and no idea is considered a bad one, and no one's allowed to critique the ideas during the session, and when possible, you try to build upon ideas that others have mentioned. Now let's look at the scientific evidence. The scientific evidence is that brainstorming does not work very well. It was first tested in 1958, and that test and all subsequent tests showed that brainstorming did not work well when compared to people just working alone to come up with ideas and then coming together to share those ideas and build upon them. People have worked on variations on brainstorming to try to get it to be more effective. For example, some have introduced stimuli when the group begins to lose momentum in their idea generation, and this has been somewhat effective. Others have tried to get a diversity of people around the table from different backgrounds and expertise areas. Now, IDEO, which is a very famous design company, has used this to great effect. However, it has not been scientifically tested against a control group, so it does need to be tested. Well, a person in the creativity world can claim that their creativity method is great, but they need to be asked a very simple question. Whether you're a scientist or anybody should ask this question: what is your evidence that it works? And if the person hems and haws and does not provide evidence that it works, then quite possibly they might be a charlatan, selling snake oil that might be wrapped up in a fancy package. So the moral of the story is always ask for evidence.